Hi everyone, it's Cherry Enchantress. I am here with the number 666. Yes, it is time for the 666 explanation. 666 is another triple number that you might see every once in a while, or if you see it a lot, then there's something wrong with you. No. So let me go over all the meanings that I can come up with that I've learned over the years. First of all, 666, according to the psychic twins, the Jamison twins, represents conflict or unrealized potential. Your thoughts are out of balance. You may be too wrapped up in ego and acquiring material trappings. Focus more on your spiritual side and being of service to others. So 6 by itself is a lovely number. It's the number of Venus, love, joy, giving, whatever. 666, 3 of them added together comes to the number 9, which is the number of war and material and the number of the beast. 666, yes, is the number of the beast, but I will explain that too. So before I continue, I just want to say my daughter just happens to like 666, or I don't know if she still does, but I know when we first read this book together, or at least when I first described some of the things that I read in this book to her, she was kind of going through an angry phase anyway, and very into heavy metal, and I supported her in her desire for listening to metal and to being into horror and all of that stuff, because it was a way for her to express these feelings that she was having, and then that's fine. And she thought of 666 more of as a feminine number, the feminine mystique, because that's also something that she read, that 666 represents the feminine because of 6 being Venus. But because there's 3 of them, then it actually turns out to be a little bit more masculine. So back to Linda Goodman's book, Star Signs, she considers number 9, and 666 equals 9. It's the electrical energy, and it represents all material life on the planet, man and beast. And beast, it's the number of all life on Earth, okay? So beast means animals. Beast doesn't necessarily mean evil animal, but that's what it's kind of turned into. Evil animal, the devil. But beast just means animals, earth beings, earthlings, humans as well, anything pertaining to the earth and the material. So I don't know if you recognize this handsome fellow. That's Damien from Omen. And I did actually watch this movie. There's a lot of, I'm not really big into horror because I'm very sensitive. I don't know. It gets to me really. I kind of absorb it. And this movie will never leave my mind. I've thought of, I think about it. And it's kind of interesting what it represents. It's kind of a reaction, right? A lot of these, especially the children in the horror movies like Firestarter and other horror movies, where I saw an interesting Netflix one, and it was really good because it had like a happy ending, and really how it turned out happy was love. Love overcame everything, so it was wonderful. So what happens is you have a reaction. You can have an action or reaction to something that happens to you. And a lot of times your reaction is a vengeful reaction. It's like, I'm going to get you back. And then you start fantasizing and imagining all these ways you're going to get somebody back. So I totally understand that feeling, that concept. The helicopters are coming to get me. Okay, but this... obviously, it's something that we have to resist, right? We can't just completely react out of this gut feeling for revenge. We forget to see the big picture and everything that's involved in the situation, and we could be hurting somebody that's actually quite innocent, And by hurting someone else, we're hurting ourselves in the end anyway. So revenge is not a good idea. So just think about where you are when you are in this situation. Like, So the Jamison twins say, whatever you're doing, whatever you're thinking about, whatever's going on, and you see a 666, try to relate it to that. Like, oh, what is this message about, right? Another kind of 666 thing for me, and I've experienced this maybe too much, is jealousy, and sometimes we react out of jealousy. Jealousy is kind of a weird thing, like you try to avoid it and you try to get around it. Nevertheless, it's like the green monster that bubbles up. Jealousy is a beast, it bubbles up. It's that green monster that's hard to stamp down, but it's not going to do you any good, right? All it does is make you look less attractive and less spiritual and less insightful and less the true you, who you are. But in the end, though, I do believe that we are a balance of the spiritual and material. So I don't think that we need to run around going around being nuns and being holy and being pure all the time. I just think that we just need a little bit more balance. So this 666 is going out of balance into the material. This is taking it too far. And so now here's another 666 reference from Iron Maiden. Great song. I'd like to listen to it. And I have a card pool, and I will read you. This is kind of interesting. This one flipped out when I was shuffling, and it's kind of a pretty version of what's going on here. So one more thing about 666, and then the beast and the devil. I'll just do a little talk about paganism that I know of. So the pagan religion is about the earth and our connection with the trees and the rocks. And so the positive thing is our connection to all this beauty out there, the world around us, the living, breathing world that we are connected to. All our energies are connected to the energies out in the world, in earth, in our plants and in the grass and in the ground, and we're all connected. So that is true, and I believe in that. We're spiritual beings too, so we have both. And according to Linda Goodman's star signs, when we first were created, we were pure spirit. Then we came on earth and became material too. So we had both the spirit and the material. But after a while, the material, the sensualness of the world, the feelings, the smells, all of that sensuality, it just became so addictive and overwhelming. We gradually start to forget the spiritual. Now we're all been trying to come back to the spiritual again, at least form a balance, if nothing else, So I think that's a positive thing. Anybody who is religious, who goes to church, who has a connection with their higher being, whatever, they're all people who are trying to bring spirituality in their lives. Hopefully that's the reason why. And it's not just going through motions, because going through motions aren't going to get you anywhere, but actually trying to have a spiritual connection with whoever you believe is your higher being is a good thing, and you should keep striving for that. But as far as the pagan religion is concerned, there is the goddess. She is what their higher being is, right? The goddess. And the goddess represents the Mother Earth, like Mother Nature. So we've talked about Mother Nature before and never looked at her as evil, right? She's just a loving mother who cares for nature and cares for all the people on the planet. Then the lesser god is a goat man, kind of, which represents the beasts of the earth, which represents the animals. And so that's where the devil kind of came from, because of the horns and the tail and all of that, and the hoofs and all of that. So that sort of evolved from that. And the fact that it's very material and earth related and not as lofty like angels and spiritual, then it became more viewed as Satan and satanic type things. So basically that's how the 666 and the pagan view of the devil and all of that came about. But really, if you just take it into context, 666 is the love number, just 3 put together 3 times, which equals 9, which is the number of energy and the number of material and of human life and animal life. So it's really not such a bad number, but it does warn about balance. And so I think that's what this card from the angels is. This is, to me, the prettiest card of all the cards in this Archangel deck. Beautifully detailed. And it's called Passion. And Archangel Haniel says, trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. So the deeper meaning, or the continual meaning of it is, let's see if I can get it real quick. Is this. Playing it safe can lead to staleness and depression. So this is like perfect for me. This was drawn for me, really, but for you too, for all of you who need this. You've asked for more happiness and definite direction. I've lit the flame of passion in your heart to lend and guide you. It's safe for you to take risks and follow your heart's desire. Ask me to be your partner along your path of passion, to guide and nurture you. When you feel a strong knowingness alongside a burning passion, pay attention, as this is my way, Haniel's way of giving you information about your next step. So Haniel's name means glory of God. Haniel can help you give glory to God by living at your highest potential. She'll groom your hidden talents and help you polish your skills. Then when you apply your masterful ways to your true passions, divine magic occurs. So that's another thing, a magic. You know, a lot of people believe magic is evil, but magic is just magic. You know, it's just thinking, you know, attracting something. It's using the law of attraction is what magic is. So you can use the law of attraction, like Damien, and attract something evil, or you can use the law of attraction to attract good, you know, or shades of gray, right? Something in the middle. So you can attract positive things in your life, or you can keep on the negative course and keep attracting all these bad things for you. So whenever you get this little desire for revenge or whatever, or jealousy, do your best to make your thought patterns go into a better line of thought. It's kind of hard to force it. So sometimes the best way to do it is just change what you're doing in the moment, you know. If something is causing you this kind of frustration, this pain, this anger, jealousy, all these negative feelings, then step away from the thing that you're involved in and try to do something that won't give you those feelings, you know. Even if it's a simple distraction, doing housework or something, you know. You may not completely get rid of those feelings once you return to the situation, but at least you've calmed down enough not to react in a way that you shouldn't be reacting. I don't know. I mean, this is easy for me to tell you to do, and I promise you it's not something that I've mastered completely, but I keep trying. So ask Haniel for help, because all of these feelings that we have are part of this passion. We have such great desires and passion, and if we put our passion and that all this heart behind good things, we can manifest like really wonderful things in our life. So Haniel will help us that. If you would like to meditate and pray on her, think about that instead. Go retreat, do something quick before you react in a negative way. Anyway, so I hope you like that reading on 666. I hope that answered some 666 questions. And faith, trust, and pixie dust.